Right then, welcome to RyansRoad Podcast, number 28. If that's wrong, blame this.
It's
dickhead.
28. Hang on, let me double check.
You.
It's definitely 28.
It's 28.
Mm-hmm.
No. I don't want to do edits on this podcast. It's bullshit. I can't sit here and wait for you to look at your fucking phone.
Up.
This is bullshit.
28. It's 28. You're right.
Yeah, see, I'm always right. I'm never wrong.
I shaved my head. You might notice.
You did.
If anyone watching, you might have noticed.
If you're listening, obviously it's going to be a bit hard
See
to
how
tell.
big my head is.
Unless they've got like a really good ear and they can tell from how the sound goes through the room and be like, there's less
the
friction
in the room.
There's less friction in that room. Someone's had their hair cut. Can you imagine if someone's capable of doing that?
Probably.
That'd be nuts.
Probably someone out there, perfect pitch.
Oh,
perfect
like
pitch.
Rain Man style, but with hearing.
Probably. Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. You talking about me? I was at the neighbour's house.
A beard. Well.
Yeah.
What did you want to talk about then, right?
Yeah, it's been a funny fucking week. Yeah, but yeah, it's been an awkward week. It's been nice that work's been picked up a little bit for me, thank fuck. So I managed to pay me fucking rent and some other bills.
Isn't that like 2 months in a row now?
What's that?
You paid your rent?
No, I didn't. This is the first time in about 2 months.
Ah, right.
Yeah, it's the other way around. Yeah, not
Still
ideal.
nicer.
Yeah. I'm happy that I got.
No, you're about 9 months behind, aren't you?
Fuck off. Not that bad. Well, I am accumulatively, but not in a row.
Yes.
So yeah, I want to get into kind of touching on like trust issues and what's the other thing of how to word it? Like other people's circumstances and how you're not aware of other people's lives and what they've got going on and all that kind of shit.
As in the whole always be kind to someone because you don't know what they're going through kind of thing.
Yeah, similar to that.
Yeah.
And
that's a good mantra to live by.
Yeah.
Do my sinuses still sound blocked?
Sound alright to me?
Yeah.
When you sniff, it sounds a bit blocky.
Yeah, for like 2 weeks now. I've done COVID tests. You're fine.
You've interrupted the speech for that bollocks.
Carry on.
Thank you. What the fuck, man? That's like before podcast talk, that is.
I know, sorry.
That's like outro, intro talk. Oh, by the way, before we get started. It's like, by the way, before we get started, did you want me to wear a Johnny? Like, you know what I mean? We're already in deep. We've already penetrated the audio.
That's a
pun?
Not a pun. What's the word I'm looking for? Oh, that's a metaphor I'm going to use in the future.
Oh, okay. Right, okay.
Is it a metaphor?
Yeah, I guess you could say it. Yeah. I'd say it's like a simile.
Simile? What's the difference?
Oh, simile is when you say like...
Isn't it simile when you say something is like something and a metaphor is when you say something is
I believe
something.
so. You know, shit it.
Like, that radiator is as hot as the sun.
Yeah.
That's a metaphor, isn't it?
Right.
But if I say you were glowing gold like the radiant aura of an angel...
Okay.
That's a simile.
Never met an angel.
Or is it the other way around? I don't know. Any English people out there? I mean, we're English, but I mean, any English majors out there, or anyone that actually listened in school?
Yes.
Let us know, because we did not.
Correct us on that one. But yeah, I had a really good example of this week. So I'll give you the little story, and then we can kind of break it down and go through it. I went to my wholesalers.
Yes.
Because I'm an electrician. I'm an electrician. No. I use like the local Tamworth one. Right.
Where's that?
Kettlebrook.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Okay, cool.
Where Judy used to live, that's
around there. Short story with that is because I used to use Screwfix, like a Trade UK. I still use Screwfix now, but I have to buy what I get. Yeah. Whereas I used to have a Trade UK account.
You have to buy what you get. You can't just like rent it.
I mean, like I used to have an account there.
Right.
Yeah. But the last time I was behind with my account there, the problem is it's Trade UK, so it's like this big fucking company. Right, and the problem with big fucking companies is you always talk to some cunt on a phone. You don't talk to who can make decisions or anything, do you?
That's true.
So I was talking to one cunt on the end of the phone, and they were really helpful, really nice, and they were really what's that word? Not applicable. Fuck. You know, begins with an A, and like you get along easy.
She's really...
That was the word.
Not
amicable.
Amicable.
That's it. Fucking hell, podcast can't even talk. But the one was very like... Right,
catered to your needs.
Yeah, it was very much like, well, what can you pay today? What can you do this month? We'll ring you again at the end of the month, see what you can do. Yeah, because they're like, we'd rather get your paying off rather than be like, do it now. So like, that was fucking great. So I paid them a bit, and then it was like, we'll call you at the end of the month, see what you can do. Brilliant, perfect. Yeah, I can do that. I can do what I can do, obviously. Perfectly fine. But they didn't ring me back. And I was like, right, okay. So I give it a couple of days. And then I rang them, and then I got someone else, and I was like, yeah, I was told like they call me back and blah blah blah. And this other company was like, we wouldn't do that, we never do that. Let me look at your account. Right, okay, you need to pay it all by 12 p.m. this afternoon, or we're gonna send your whole account off to a solicitor firm, and then you'll be charged extra because they'll have to deal with it. I was like, well, I haven't got it all today. They were like, oh, well, that's how it is.
Shit.
So that ended up going to that firm, and I had to fully pay the bill, and I think there was another £80 charge for
solicitor charges.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So that was bullshit. And like I tried arguing the point, they were like, well, we don't know, we just got sent it. And then when I did go back to Trade UK and argue with them, they're like, well, we've like froze your account now. Even though I paid it, I couldn't reuse it. The only way I could possibly do something was open a whole other account and then try and argue. I was like, fuck this. So I opted for going with the local Tamworth one, because it's just boss man and his 2 employees in this little like industrial park, little, you know,
Man,
unit.
I'd rather do that anyway.
Yeah, because I can go in, I can talk to the owner. Yeah?
Yep.
Right, because my idea being like, I can communicate with him and it'll be a lot fucking easier. And up to now, it has been easier. Like when I had COVID for them 3 weeks, well, me and the missus had it, like I rang him, because I was obviously, I'd had my bill come through, and I rang him and said like, I haven't been avoiding you for 3 weeks. Me and the missus had COVID, so I haven't worked for fucking 3 weeks. And he was like, no worries, Roy, really appreciate you ringing me and talking to me and letting me know. I'm like, fucking cool. But then, after that string of having 3 weeks, I've had a string of like some shitty weeks, and I like jobs falling through and not quite going well, and
it's just been a bit.
I've just
couple of months,
not managed to get my rhythm back with work. Like I've had a good job or 2 that week, but I haven't had a solid week of work, mixed with bad luck and my own like PTSD shit with me valuing family time more and blah de blah.
Well, that has been coming around quick, hasn't it? Yeah.
So my account at the wholesale has been building up. So I went in Tuesday this week to get some stuff. I had my card with him, and he comes straight out, boof, and he looked at me like, "You going to use that then today?" I was like, "Well, yeah, I was going to pay a bit," and he just went off on me. Fucking went off.
Really?
Oh yes.
That's very unprofessional.
Fucking went off.
Coming from management as well, that's very unprofessional.
He tried to do it. He's how would I say, like, a very polite guy normally.
Yeah.
Like he's not the type that comes across as being
to the point where
like,
he kind of just snapped?
Yeah, but like, you know, when polite people snap.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm trying to be nice about this. He's like, but at the end of the day, I'm not your mate. Like, you know, talking like that.
Yeah.
And so yeah, he kind of went off like that. And on that morning, I just had my fucking counselling.
Oh.
And what was even weirder was that during my counselling that morning, talking to her, she said, like, I'm not trying to insult you or anything. I was like, right, go on. She was like, but to other people, she went, that aren't you and me, looking at your life, going, well, he's an electrician, he owns his own company, he's got his own business, like,
you think you got it
electricians earn good money, but like, he should be doing all right. Why is he struggling so much? Why isn't he like got money and whatnot and things like that? It's like, she was like, but from a psychological point of view, she went, it makes complete sense because you don't value the work, you value time with your family.
Yep.
She was like, that isn't what's important to you. So she was like, from our side, like, that makes complete sense. And I said to her, like, at that point, I went, I've already had like other builders and that say to me, like, what you doing, right? Like, I've never met a broke electrician sort of thing. Like, there's fucking memes out there galore of like tradesmen where it would be like a picture of the chippy or the plumber there with like a fucking sandwich, and it'd be like the electrician there with like a gourmet meal, or like them pulling up in the van.
Is that the one that's meant to stereotypically rake in the most money then, electricians?
Yeah, basically. So it's even worse.
Yeah,
it's like,
you're not working fucking 12 hours a day.
Exactly.
Like,
exactly.
You could. I bet you could if you wanted to.
Of course I fucking could. If I didn't value family time at all, and I just expected the wife to completely raise the kids and expect them to be well-rounded people.
Oh yeah,
and
I've
her
already
not
said
kill
about
herself.
like doing overtime at work. If I get this promotion, I'm like, I ain't doing it.
Yeah.
I got a newborn on the way. You think I'm going to stay at home? You think I'm going to stay at work for an extra hour when I can go home and play with my kid?
There
no
you go.
fucking chance.
Eat shit. So with that, it was even weirder that this guy was then flipping at me because the way he was talking about it, he was saying like, I know damn well. He was like, there's loads of work out there. He was like, you electricians are only like 200 quid a day minimum. He was like, I know some that are on 250 a day. So he says, so you're out there earning 200 quid odd a day. So you're taking more than me. And he's like, and you're not paying your bill. Like, you're telling me you can't afford it. It's like,
fucking
like,
said something to him.
I know what you're earning. Sort
Please
of thing.
tell me you said something to him.
I did it my own way.
Yeah. Should have gone off. Should have nutted him.
No.
Prick.
Because when they're like that, it's like anything. When you know someone's on a run, there's no point. Even if you had a very, very precise point and it was fucking on the nail sort of thing, and there's no way they could refute it, it wouldn't matter because they're purely in that emotional pool. That it's just they're basically a kid throwing a tantrum.
Yeah.
Like there's no point. It's exactly the same thing as my fucking 3-year-old. Never forget that once we went to like a park thing, like a Roslington. I don't know if you're familiar with it. No. Basically, it's just like a big like forestry bit. So you walk around, just go through the trees and everything, big long walk and whatnot. He wanted a stone to skim, and we said no because we were trying to get back to the car before like the ticket ran out or something daft like that. And I fucking had to drag him like the whole way back to the car, and he was crying. And when he flips, he fucking flips.
Yeah.
Even to the point where I think Harvey went to give him some stones to like, oh fuck it, like here you go. I was like, don't go near him, son. Like, it doesn't matter then. The original point that you got upset for doesn't matter if you then
give him
fulfill,
alleviate.
Yeah, if you don't, even if you fulfill that original point, it doesn't matter. They've completely broke. They've gone. They've gone into that emotional state, and it was literally like all the way home in the car and everything. He was just fucking screaming, scoring everything. So I'm familiar with when kids throw tantrums, right? That's basically what he was doing. He was in a completely emotional zone. He wasn't a kid spitting his dummy out, literally, but he was in a fully emotional state, just fucking throwing up on me, basically, just fucking going off. And in my head, I'm like, mate, like, this is completely wrong. Like, I'm not withholding money from you. Like, I'm doing the best I fucking can. Like, I'm trying to go through my fucking counselling and everything at the minute. Like, luckily, I'd managed to pay the rent the week before, so this week I did have a bit of money. So I was like, I can pay you half today, which, like, kind of is like, right, okay, yeah, cool. I can get back later this week to pay the rest. I was like, it's fine, because I've actually had a good week of work last week, and by that day, I had a good job on Monday, and I had a good job on Tuesday, and I knew the rest of the week was good work, provided no one cancelled on me, fingers crossed, which luckily they didn't. So I was like, I politely explained to him, like, look, it's been really hard and whatnot since then. He's like, I know you had a month off, But the other thing he also said was basically his wife had been going off at him, because he showed me the number, like, he had written on a piece of paper, and it was like 300 and something, blah, blah, blah. He said, I know that number very well. He was like, because the wife won't shut up at me about it. So, like, he's got that, and then he's got this thing about thinking I'm earning money and blah, blah, blah.
What number is it? I don't get it.
Oh, it was like, basically, it's the amount that I owed. It was like £327.43p or something.
Right.
But, like, that's what I mean, I can't remember it, whereas I bet now he probably could still tell you that exact amount, because how much his missus had gone on at him about it. And from the sounds of it, she just works a couple of days a week, and it's just something for her to whinge about. Okay. So anyhow, got past that. I said a little bit, but I left it. Waited until I went back in 2 days later, and then he actually come to the till, which he doesn't normally do. It's normally one of the other two. I was like, oh, great, blah, blah, blah. And I said, I'm going to need some bits. And because that was one of the things he said on the day, when I shouldn't really be giving you anything, because I was so behind on my account. He went, I shouldn't be letting you take anything today. And I went, that's up to you. Like, when they're like that, just fully, like, calm. Yeah, cool. Mate, if you don't want to give me anything, then fine. If you hadn't, I'd have been fucked, because I couldn't have afforded to buy the shit to do the job that day.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, when I went back in, and it was there, I was like, by the way, about the other day. And then I said, I feel like I caught you on a bad day, sort of thing. And then this is where the interesting bit comes in, because basically, yes, he'd had his wife going on at him, but then also he'd had 2 other electricians come in that day and were trying to barter him down on the price of his materials.
So he had a thing against electricians that day,
yeah,
then.
Because, and then in his head, it's like, back in the day, he was saying, well, the time was like, the wholesalers used to earn the money. They used to do really well. Whereas now, they don't really. They barely get by. He was like, so he's got these other electricians, like, trying to knock him down, like, 20p on a pack of sockets.
Fucking bastards.
So
why are people bartering?
Exactly. So he's had that. And then he also says, I don't quite know what he meant by this, but he says, I've had better people than you run off on us. And then he elaborated a bit more, and what he meant was, like, he's had other customers that he's known, from what I got the impression of, like, longer, and maybe actually had, like, a friendship relationship with,
like, friends.
Like, probably actually went out drinking with them and stuff, and they've owed him a few £100, and then, like, not came back, and, like, not answered his calls, and, like, he's had to go around knocking on the door, but then he's seen on, like, Facebook.
Yeah, but then you feel like a cunt for doing that.
Exactly. Then that they've been on holiday and shit, but they haven't paid him, like, £200, and it's like, and he's had that. So basically, he was insecure. He had trust issues about fucking tradesmen, and so he's got that, along with that morning having some tradesmen coming in, fucking trying to knock him down. So I've come in the afternoon, I owe him money. His wife's been on at him about it.
You're an electrician.
I'm just one of those electricians that fucking...
You were just the unlucky one that walked in.
Yeah, earn a shitload and blah-de-blah and fucking all this. So obviously that was more interesting. And then as soon as he said the whole looked on Facebook and the guy was on holiday, that's when I took my... That's when it was my turn then, sort of thing. I put out my active Pokemon, sort of thing. And I went, right, okay. And I was like, as he was still talking, I was like, and I scrolled, got onto my page. Because as I said, I think 2 podcasts ago, maybe even last week's podcast, that I put a post online, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Saying about it. So I went, just to pause you, I went, how you mentioned then that you looked on the guy's fucking thing, and you said he was on holiday and he wasn't paying you. I went, if you'd have took the time to look on mine, and I slid my phone to him, and I went, because on the day I went, like, I don't want to get too much into it. I went...
It's a good... To be fair, you did the right move coming back when he calmed down.
Exactly. On the day, I did say, I don't want to get too much into it, but, like, I'm going through counselling and shit at the minute from a car crash I was in. And I was like, and I know at the minute, because he was quite rolled up, I said, I understand at the minute, from your business point of view, my circumstances don't mean shit to you.
Yep.
I was like, but I was trying to inch my way, like testing the waters of saying like, look, I've got circumstances, I'm not withholding you. But like he was still going off, so that's when I was like, right, he's not receiving this well. I'll hold it back. I'll come in another day and do it, which is what I did. So yeah, I showed him that, and I showed him the picture. Went, geez, I didn't know you were in a crash. I went, well, of course you fucking wouldn't. I went, unless you looked. And I was like, and he was like, fucking hell, it's terrible. I went, yeah. And
I almost fucking died.
Yeah, so did the missus.
So did my 1-year-old child.
I'm having fucking weekly counselling for it at the minute. I went, because as you can see from that, it was fucking bad. And at the minute, I said my PTSD went, I value home more than work. I went, so I'm not working the hours these other electricians do that you fucking know, mate. I said, I ain't fucking doing it. I said, and you know, I had them 3 weeks off where I couldn't work because of the COVID. And I went, and I've had a string of shitty luck with people. And I've given them a couple of examples of people cancelling on me. I went, so like, look, I was like, I just want you to fucking know, I'm not withholding money from you. I went, if I've got it, you will get it. I was like, I'm not going to fuck off on you. I went, I couldn't sleep if I was doing that.
No.
I was like, it's just my circumstances and whatnot, and it's just how it is. So then I gave him my picture then, a lot at what's actually going on. And he really come right fucking down, and he was like really apologetic and whatnot.
He was.
And he was just like really appreciate you talking to me, like staying to like talk to me properly and whatnot. He's like, really appreciate it and da 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 da. So yeah, that was kind of like what happened to me this week.
Well, you made a friend there then.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like makes a again.
At least you know he's not going to screw you over then.
Yeah, because I said to him, like, look, any time I'm getting behind on my bill, if it happens again, I went, it's because I'm struggling, not because I'm not fucking paying you. Yeah. I was like, when you've got it, I fucking get it. And I said, like,
like you said, like my first thought about tradesmen, I'd be like, oh, especially owning their own company, I'd be like, if I wasn't getting paid by them, I'd be like, you fucking dickhead, you're raking it in.
Yeah, but you say own company, I've got a van.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I ain't
got
employees.
Have to put a company on it, don't you?
Yeah, like you can be a sole trader and just be self-employed. I just registered as a limited company because
is it easier or something?
There's just things like if I get fully fucked, they can own like the government could only take what the company owns, not what
you personally own.
Exactly. Shit like that.
Right, yeah, that
like it's like me and the company on paper are separate. So it's like, well, yeah, it's company's fault with me. Like, go fuck the company over. Like,
take me van, fuck off.
Like, yeah, and it's just things like you pay tax and shit. I think on like what you actually earn. Whereas I think when you're a sole trader, any money that comes into your sole trader account, you get taxed on.
Right.
Whereas I get taxed on what I take as a wage.
Oh, take out for yourself.
I mean? So like you might be a sole trader, and let's say for argument's sake you earn $2,000 that month.
Yeah.
But you only actually transfer 1,500 quid into your bank to use for your bills and things like that. It's like you won't get taxed on 1,500 quid. You get taxed on the $2,000.
Right.
Yeah, but you'll be there, but like, but 500 quid of that I left in the business account. Like I didn't use that or spend it. Like what? Like no. If it comes through that, you're getting fucking taxed on it, mate. It's little things like that. For COVID, not so great. Sole traders got looked over to like really, really fucking looked after. Sole traders did. Limited companies got looked after in terms of actual like sized companies. Like if you got premises and employees, you could furlough them and everything else. But me being in that grey area of being a limited company, but actually I'm just a man with a van, I just got fucking shafted.
Yeah, you got literally like no support whatsoever.
All I could do was have that bounce back loan I had, which was about $3,000 short of what I needed to dig me out of what the lockdown cost me. So yeah. That's why I'm still paying off a credit card now after I'd written off all my credit cards because I had to live on a credit card.
Oh, fucking
for the fucking 6 months.
Ugh.
The biggest thing I hate about that is I spent most of bounce back loan money paying off my taxes. doing the sensible thing. I paid off my government debts and then put my personal debts to the side. And now I'm like, do you know what I should have done? I should have sorted out all my personal fucking debts and then said to the government, well, fuck you because you didn't give me enough to pay you. Eat shit, but I didn't. I thought I'd do the sensible, good person
fuck
thing.
The government, look after yourself first.
Ripping one.
Taxation is theft. So
yeah, with my long-winded fucking anecdote from this week. Sorry guys, I know it was a bit fucking roundabout. It just sounded like me whinging. It was just really interesting because, like I say, in that moment, it's like I could have just been like I did go home feeling more like for the rest of the day and pretty much until I spoke to him again, more along the lines of he's a fucking dick. He had no idea what I'm actually going through. Like I say, he made it.
Therein lies the issue.
Exactly.
He had no idea.
Exactly. And then when I spoke to him, like, I had no idea. I didn't know that he's had people run out on him. Yeah. I didn't know he has electricians coming trying to barter him down.
Who bar? I don't even bar when I buy a car.
Exactly.
Just fucking pay the price, you prick.
So effectively, we've done it to each other
fucking
as well.
Electricians.
So I'm pissed off at him, thinking like, you fucking talk. You have no idea, mate. Like, I'm not like that at all. Like, fuck you. And he's there thinking like, you got no idea. I've had people walk out. I know what you're trying to do. You fucking well-paid electrician, eat shit. So it's just a really good example of like, you don't fucking know.
Nope.
A smaller anecdote for this is the wife would get upset, go on a school run, and no one would smile at her. Or she'd smile at someone, and they wouldn't smile back.
Yeah.
And she'd be like, oh, people are cunts, people hate me, da-da-da. And I said to the once, I was like, what if the dad had just died? What if they just had a really shitty morning with the kids? What if they found out their husband's cheating on them? What if, like, they were meant to get something else done and they didn't get fucking time, they're just rushing to get fucking home? What if they're just feeling hormonal that day? What if they've ate the wrong fucking food? Like, you have no idea what's going on in other people's lives. Like, it ain't you. Like, if you want to smile at them, love, fucking smile. But if they don't smile back, don't worry about it.
That's not your problem.
Like, because you don't know what's going on. They might just be a dick, and if they are, fuck them, they're going to have a miserable life.
Yeah.
But it's just this whole thing of, like, you just don't know, and you really need to try not to assume what other people are going through, what emotions they're going through, what history they've got, what previous things they've dealt with, and what issues they might have now because of it, and all that kind of crap. And you can't attack that. You have to literally, like, try and stay back, stay patient, and try and talk to them in a way of that you can find out that shit, and then you can talk to them. Which is, like I say, exactly what I did. I went back when the guy calmed down.
Yeah, but a lot of the time, you don't get that opportunity. It's just passing glances, like you just said.
You have to kind of make it. Like I say,
I think if it's someone you're going to have to deal with.
I went in with a complete intention of talking to him that day. Like, however he came across that day when I went back again.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. If it's just like you said, look, Simone's smiling at someone, they don't smile back. Like, you're probably never going to see that person again.
Yeah. In those instances, definitely.
Yeah. But I mean, if you're going to have to deal with someone, you want it resolved.
Exactly. That's what I did with this guy, because I thought, well, he might have been like, "Are you going to pay me the rest of the day then?" In which intention, I was going to be like, "Look, I need to talk to you.
Yeah.
So I need to let you know how it is. Because I needed to get that from my own sanity, because I felt done by that. He's talking to me like I'm an untrustworthy person when I am.
Yeah.
And it's a horrible feeling when someone's accusing you of being like an untrustworthy cunt when you're like, I'm really not like that at all. Like, I wouldn't do that. Like, I wouldn't go around fucking, like, even though I've had like my Pokemon shit and that I've been buying lately, and I've spent a bit, like, I've spent more than I should have. But in flip of that, I've sold.
So you've sold a lot of your stuff to pay for that, though?
Yeah. Which any time over the years when I've done that, I've sort of, like, when I did my Scale Electric, I sold all my paintball stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I've always had something to sell to then buy the next fucking thing, sort of thing. Like, I've sold this time a lot of my Scale Electric cards.
Let's make sure you don't end up having to sell all these Pokemon cards for another obsession.
No, I don't think that.
I don't think you will.
Nah, not this one. Because that's just, they're not actually that expensive, the cards, are they? Really?
Not really.
Compared to...
Unless it's something specific.
So Scale Electric cards, they're like 35, between 35 and, well, I don't know, between 15 and 80 quid a car.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, a good deck, what, fucking tenner?
So it depends on what you want, mate. There's some Pokemon cards out there that will cost more than any Scale Electric car would ever cost.
Yeah, if you're collecting, I just want to build some nice decks, which I have done. So, like, most of the maximum I've spent on a card's probably a £5.
What was that? Which one was that? Oh, the Urshifu.
Yeah, one of the VMAXs.
Yeah.
I'd probably say.
VMAX single strike Urshifu.
Yes. Oh, mate, fucking... No, I'll get into Pokemon later.
Should we restart the camera?
Oh, well done. Good call.
So now that you've done that little bit of the story, we'll move on to what you've done this week then.
That's it.
But long story short, you don't know what people are going through.
Yes.
Don't take anything personally.
Yes.
Someone's not being nice to you.
And
just try and be understanding.
Just try and be patient. And listen.
As long as you've done your part as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
you ain't got nothing to prove to no one.
Yeah.
As long as you know what you're like, you're fine.
Exactly. I mean, or I'll flip on that, like I say, for the type of person I am, and I think other people could be like it too, with like that guy specifically, because it's a relationship that I have to maintain, because I see him regularly to buy stuff, as you already touched on. I'm like, every day I was thinking about, like, I can't have him thinking that I'm like that. I need him to know that I'm not like that, so we can continue this, like, working relationship.
Yes.
So, like, I needed to get that across.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, like I say, the next time I went in, because it weren't in the heat of the moment of him, like, oh, by the way, fucking rah.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know that he'd had all that shit on in the morning, but either way, I'm like, I can come in fresh now. We'd already had that conversation. But I'm like, I'm going to let you know now how I am. Luckily for me, it was a bit more... I didn't know he was going to be so amicable that day, because I didn't know that he'd had someone previously wind him up the day before.
Yes.
Sort of thing. So, yeah. Just...
resolving issues.
Resolve that, but then just... Because you get that feeling of... Fuck you, mate. Like, I ain't done shit wrong. I ain't like that. Fuck off. Like, talk to me like that. You're a twat. And yeah, it's like, don't let him fucking talk to you like that. Like, tell him to fuck off. This ain't fucking right. You ain't done shit wrong, right? Tell him to shove it where he fucking can't shit, because you're going to kick him there. Like, fuck off. Like, any moment, anything in life, whether it's relationships, working relationships, anything else, you get that feeling when someone's trying to accuse you or, like, make you feel like you're suffering because for something you've not fucking done. Like, especially if you're a very, like, justified kind of person. Like, me, myself, I get like that because even when I was a kid, if I'd done something wrong, I'd put my hand up.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Like, I think I already told this story before, done about the bread at school.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, I did that. Like, even when, like, the one time I've been arrested for getting into a fight with my brother because his partner was, like, threatening to withhold the kids, so I went with my brother just to make sure nothing too bad happened, and he started fighting my fucking brother, so I jumped in and blah, blah, blah. Like,
fuck, you know what? I completely forgot about
that.
Yeah,
because I had to do community service and everything.
I forgot about that.
Oh, Bill fucking picked me up and everything, and I was just like, yep. I told him everything. Like, yeah, I did it. Told him everything. And because I was so nice, they even went, you sure you want to say that? I was like, what? I was like, well, yeah, that's what happened. I just didn't say that bit. I was like, okay. Like, yeah. I didn't do that bit. And they're like, yep, okay, cool. Yep, we got your statement. Thank you very much, sir. And I was like, wow, okay. But I was completely ready to, I did it. So that's
consequences.
Yeah, whatever it is. Even to that point where, like, if I have to go down for a bit, like, I fucking did it. Like, fine. So if it's something I've not done, mate, woof, fucking red eyes, fucking tunnel vision, I'm going to kill this. You can fuck off. I didn't do shit wrong. You can eat shit. Suck a dick. No. Like, it's a really fucking, I get really fucking, but I have to, like, get that and go, just hold it a sec, right? Just calm it. Just stay there. Just hold it before you blow up, because there might be some other shit going on here we're not aware of. Just woosah.
You did the right thing though, didn't you?
Just be patient. It's okay. So,
you did the right thing.
Yeah, man. It's all good shit. Do you want to segue us in with the medical tone? The medical. Melodic. What the fuck did I get? Medical. Melodic tone.
What have you been up to this week?
Yay.
You were saying earlier about this MMA guy.
No, he's a jiu-jitsu guy.
Was it jiu-jitsu?
Yeah, I think he might do some MMA stuff. I went to a seminar today at my fight club, which anyone following my other socials, especially my fitness channel with YouTube, because I was vlogging before I've had this lapse lately. My Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu classes where I mainly do submission grappling. So I've been off for a couple of weeks because I hurt my leg, didn't I?
Yes.
Yep. Pardon me, had to burp. So normally the seminars, because it's an MMA gym I go to, they do have MMA guys down for these seminars. So the coach will get like low standing UFC fighters, or like just people that like just good in the realms of like MMA and shit. You know, they've got a good resume, shall we say? Yeah, they're just known.
Yes.
So they get them in for a seminar. It's a well-known thing within the circles of sports, sort of thing. But yeah, normally they're MMA and things like that. I'm like, well, I don't do MMA, so I'm not going to bother. Because for a member, it's free to go. So when you mentioned about this guy and it said like grappling seminar, I'm like, that's right down my alley. Sweet. And I thought it might be nice to go to a seminar my first time back after having a few weeks off. So I went to the seminar with the intent of just like, you know, listening and whatnot and doing a few rolls, and it was great. The seminar was really good and whatnot, and the rolls were nice, and I got to see my mate Connor, I went to see him for a bit, so we had some good rolls and things, and I got some nice submissions on some of the newer guys and shit. Yeah. Because I've also entered in a competition as well, which I'm going to be in. Yeah, I'm doing one in about 3 weeks' time.
Don't fucking break your elbows or your knees.
Yeah, the worst thing is I just tap. Like, the only way I'm gonna.
I know what you're like. There's a competition now. You were like, fuck it.
No. I'm
as soon as you're a loser, mate, you fucking tap.
I'm older than that.
Cannot have your elbows going.
Even
again.
Harvey, my son, he literally.
Look how well you've been doing it, your elbows and your push-ups and
exactly,
that. You
exactly.
cannot afford that.
But
shit.
even like Harvey, my son, when I told him I was doing a competition, he was like, "Can I come watch?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't know." And he was like, "You ain't gonna give up, are you, Dad?" He went, "You never give up." And I went.
Do you really want him to watch you lose?
I was like, how can I word that? Like, so I sat to him when he's like exercising. I'm like, come on, don't give up. You can climb that rope, you know. And he's like, don't give, like, you never give up, stuff like that. And I says to him, like, it's a bit different in a sports, son. I was like, because if I do that and I don't tap to him choking me out, he's just gonna put me to sleep. I was like, if I don't tap to an armbar, he's gonna break my arm. I went, and then I'm not going to be able to work for 3 weeks or 4 weeks or 8 weeks. I went, then we're going to pay the bills, and then we're going to buy you jack shit. I was like, so it's a sport. So
so you're like the hero in his eyes. Yeah. You cannot take him to watch you pass out, get your arm broken or tap. He'll be like, what? My dad lost.
Yeah, I don't think I could just logistics of dragging him. Well, maybe I could. But yeah, so like, look, I'm better off tapping and then finding out what I did wrong so I can get better at it.
1,000,000%.
Yeah, so I tried to tell it. But yeah, so I've got that competition coming up, and I'm going to try and do one in November as well. You go in like your weight category, and you go into your experience category as well. So mine's 2 years or less training, so I'll only be going up against.
So you're going against relative new guys.
So I can't go against someone that's been doing it for 10 years.
Yeah. So that makes sense, to be fair.
Exactly. So
because you just get your ass kicked.
So, but doing that. So again, that's what I thought. Oh, no, seminar would be good because I learned some new stuff from a guy that's well known. Anyway, the reason I'm bringing this story in is because at the end, really fucking interestingly. Well, at the start, the guy said at the end, we'll be going through some stuff, but talking and whatnot if you want to have a sit down. So, right, that's interesting. And basically, he gave this little anecdote about how a couple of years ago he was doing like his Muay Thai and other competitions, and he kept losing his fights. And in his head, the way he worded it, was like because I couldn't pull the trigger. He went, I had a mental block. And he basically gave that anecdote because this was years ago, and that's when he got into like mindfulness training or mindfulness training and whatnot, and all this sort of stuff. So I'm like, okay.
So I mentioned mindfulness to you last week.
Yes, you did.
Thank you.
But this is what I mean, like, as I started saying before, what I'm finding is with how I deal with life and handle it and whatnot, I talk about this from more like a psychological standpoint, and thoughts we have and everything else. But the more people I meet, and from different kind of realms, is the way I'm noticing it, and this is what I started to say to you, was that like we all talk, don't we? We all speak, we all communicate, but we all do that all the way over the globe, all the way around the world, but we do it with different languages. So I could be saying to you, "Oh, can you make me a cup of tea?" And someone else could say exactly the same thing with exactly the same meaning, but it will sound completely different.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's what I'm finding with what I do here with the podcast and trying to talk to people about life and everything else, is that like, so when this guy started talking and what he was going through, I was like, this is what I do, but he's just wording it in a different language. So his was more about very much like he was getting us all to stand there and be like, right, okay, close your eyes, picture this. So one of the things was like, he was saying, like, you had to close your eyes, picture a magnet in front of you, right? And then imagine all the, by the time we got to this, he'd already done some more like imagery training. Yeah. So like, imagine this, picture this, So we'd already got into the rhythm of, right, we're going to picture something now. So he's like, picture all like your anxiety, like your worry and depression, all the crap thoughts and all the shit basically all seeping out of you and into this magnet in front of you. And he's like, the magnet can be any colour, any size, he goes into specifics like that. And he goes, and again, the stuff coming out of your body and into the magnet, that can be coloured as well, like an aura if you want it to, blah, blah, blah. So he's like, do that. And then he's like, now what I want you to do is like picture the magnet behind you, and then it's like to the right of you, then to the left of you, then above you, and then underneath your feet. Obviously he talks about it like slower and out. Yeah. And then once you've gone all the way around yourself with this imaginary magnet, he's like, now imagine the magnet floating away. But again, that's just in my head. I'm like, well, this is just like recognising your shit and taking a moment to separate it from yourself. And just, this is what when I talk like this, I'm just like, take a step back.
Yeah.
Like when you assess the situation, take a step away from your shit. Like realise you don't need to handle it like that. Like you don't need to think that way. So this, it was just really fucking interesting, like how we went through it. And again, it was what we do, but in a different language. So I was like, at the end, I was like, blah, blah, great fucking seminar, I do a podcast. So I was like, can I fucking get you on? And I give him a brief rundown, like how we talk on here and how I talk and my like methodology behind everything. He was like, yeah, mate, fucking definitely. And then he even said if I want someone else, I could get on his the other, because obviously he's from a gym that he owns. He's like business owner, the other guy that owns his gym with him, because apparently he used to be in the army and whatnot. And he just gave me a quick rundown of his story. And he sounds quite interesting, because I think he only left because he got shot by Afghans and stuff like that and whatnot. So again, it's just I've got another name now on the list of guests.
Ah, wicked.
So, and it's becoming quite interesting, this list. So I'm hoping to either I'd like to get them on at least minimum every month, but I thought it'd be nice to get them on maybe every other week.
Yeah, that's fine. Have a guest every other week.
But minimum every month. And also what I've managed to do is not be quite so snobby, because when I briefly glanced at microphones to get additional for this, they were like 200 quid each. Whereas now I've managed to look at some reviews, actually put some time into looking at reviews and reading them and whatnot on Amazon and shit. And I found some half decent USB microphones that I can get 3 of them for 150 quid instead of 1 for 200.
I mean, you're only talking into them, aren't you?
Exactly,
it's
yeah.
Like,
and the room's pretty good.
Yeah.
And from what I read from the reviews of this particular one, it's from, people using it for gaming. The one review was from a sound engineer, and he bought it for his son to do something. And he said, like, it's great for what the son needs. And he was like, and it's from his opinion as an engineer, it's like, it's really fucking good for the money.
Yeah,
like,
well, that's quite reassuring.
Yeah,
then.
So I was like, okay, cool, this is the one. So I'm like, sweet, I'll get 3 of them. And what I'm going to do is, you can't see, but behind the camera is just a pile of Scale Electric boxes. and Lego as well.
There's a nice bit of room you can clear out there.
Exactly. So I'm going to get all that back in the loft, because that was from the last time when I was obsessed with them and I was building tracks like every fucking week.
Yeah, I remember that all.
Yeah, well, it's been a few months now. So all that's going to go back in the fucking loft. I'm going to set up some actual, like, because they come with a clamp, like arm.
Why don't you put like a
microphone.
foldy table? Like, so you have it up and then your guests go on that side and it like folds down and you have microphones on both sides.
I could do a foldy table or even just a table.
I don't know where you put the camera though. You'd have to put it like up there or something.
Yeah, I need to get a wide. That's the other thing I need is a wide angled lens.
Yes.
Either that or I leave that camera pointed at us and I use my other camera pointed at them, and I'll just have to put some more effort into editing. So, but like when they're talking, it flips to the other camera.
Right.
And when we talk, it flips back to us.
Yeah, like an actual like Rogan's podcast and stuff.
Yeah,
like actual...
yeah. When you see that, well, they have 3 different camera angles. You get both of them, him and the guest. And then the angle of just the guest and the angle of just him.
Yeah.
So, but again, it's more money, more cameras and stuff like that. And more time to edit, whereas at the minute I don't really put any time into editing this.
I suppose you just want to put it out.
All I do is edit where we have to turn the camera on and off to make sure the audio line's back up, and that's it.
If anyone's interested, I'm losing again in my fantasy.
Oh, fucking hell.
Do you know what I was doing my head in though?
Go on.
I'd beat like every single week, I'd beat like 90% of the people. It's just the one guy I'm beating happens to get more points than me.
Can't.
Fucking does my head in. Fuck you.
To touch on Pokemon.
Yes.
Fucking find out how to go with this Jump Luff deck.
Oh yeah, the
It's
one
really
that,
cool.
Like hits the bench for like 60 damage and twice in a row.
So what it is, its ability lets you attack twice.
Yeah, and then you attack the bench.
So you use I forget what you attach a scroll tool to it, which does 60 damage to all their Pokemon, the active and the bench. But then because he gets to attack twice, it does 30. And then he attacks twice, so it does 60 to everyone. Oof. And you just keep fucking doing. But there's different ways of beefing up. So if you use Persimmon, if the V Pokemon on the bench, it adds another 30. You know what I mean? Shit like that. So like,
Did you try it out?
Yeah, like I accidentally used it, and I was like, I don't know how this works. You know, whenever I use a new deck, I like to watch a couple of YouTube videos to check the dynamics.
No, just go in for it. You learn by doing, Ryan.
But it's things like
I think I'm playing Magic. I'm like, I ain't got a fucking clue how this works.
Yeah, because but I mean, like the Pokemon come out, and I'm like, I don't know what evolves from that, or if it evolves, or what it's called, or like I don't know what I'm looking. You know, when you know the deck, you're like, right, I know to get that next. I know to look for this card. You've got a direction.
You're watching YouTube videos. Learn by doing.
So
says me who watched YouTube guides for all the Dark Souls games.
There you go.
So, yep.
So I watched I conceded that match. Watched a quick like portion of the vid. Right, okay, yeah, you do that.
You didn't even attempt it. You didn't even try,
fuck it. I don't get much time to play. If I'm gonna play, I want to fucking win. If for these people that get time to play and they sit there for like 3 hours and play 15 matches.
Man, as soon as I know I'm going to lose, I'm like, fuck this.
Exactly.
Fuck this. I've had people on Magic as well. They're like down to like 2 points. I'm still at 20. I'm like, just concede, mate. Just fucking concede. You're wasting my time now. Yeah. Just concede.
So anyway, I had this deck and I had a crack with it, and I was just like your last misses, man. I was just there going, oh, I fucking love this. Oh my god, I was literally having a fucking wank while playing it, because just everything about it. I was like, you get fucking artillery, which every turn lets you look for a rapid strike card, but all your Pokemon are rapid strike, or your trainer cards are rapid strike, or your energy is rapid strike. So literally any Pokemon trainer card or energy card you want in your turn, just get it. So if it's like, oh, I need to do that one, you know, and you're like, oh, please be an energy. It's like, don't matter, I'll just go fucking get it, mate. like I got to the end of the one match and the guy was like, obviously clutching at straw, so he used Tool Jammer to remove the fucking scroll. I'm still like, mate, I'll just get another one with artillery because it's a rapid strike item. So it come to my go and I was like, yeah.
Did you jump off a rapid strike?
Yep, they're all it's a rapid strike deck.
That's cool.
So this is what I mean.
They've got a jump off rapid strike.
And the fucking
random Pokemon.
It goes from Hoppip, Skiploom to Jumpluff. Yeah. Skiploom, its ability. You put one energy on it, and as you put one energy on it, you get to look through your deck for a Pokemon that evolves from that Pokemon and attach it to evolve it. So it's like, what the fuck? So
you can evolve it and then evolve it that turn?
Yeah.
That's a beast.
So you literally evolve it into Skiploom, put an energy on it, straight away it's fucking Jumpluff.
That's a beast.
I'm like, it's fucking poker. But then, like, I lost. So I won that game and I fucking loved it. I thought it was the best deck in the world. I loved how it all worked, and you get all the rapid strike shit. You can attach it and attack everyone, and blah. This is fucking amazing. And then I lost about 7 games in a row after that. Like, every fucking one. Them fucking Zacian decks do my nutting. Fucking, they're annoying.
See, that's why it does, mate, because you come across the same decks all the time.
Oh, we got to the point where as soon as a Zacian comes out,
it's the same, essentially.
Well done, concede. I ain't playing you. Fuck off.
It's a waste of time, and it's essentially the same as when you play a lot of FIFA online.
If I know I'm going to lose, why do I want to play?
So people play online and they play FIFA and they just pick PSG or Man City or something. It's like, oh, fuck you.
Yeah.
But it's the same, like I've noticed with Magic at least. I haven't played it as much. I'm not as familiar with it all.
Yeah.
But I've never seen anyone use the same tactic twice.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I haven't played it long enough to notice. Yeah, but I mean, I've not seen people with cars. I'm like, oh, he's going to do that. Because I'm still pretty new to it.
Yeah.
What I have noticed is they get a card. I don't even know what the fuck it is. It goes to the side. But it seems like a field card.
Oh, okay.
But every turn, they can activate it. And it does something. There's like dungeon cards. And you can go into a mini dungeon in the game.
What?
And whatever you get is the reward. It's fucking mental. And you have cards as well. Is that you roll dice on. It's like if you get a 1 to a 3, you get this. 4 to a 9, you get this.
Yeah.
And like, you just roll a dice every turn as well. It's fucking mind blowing, and I'm just like, what the fuck are these cards? I ain't got none of these cards. What the fuck are these cards?
Yeah.
And then they're just pulling fucking bad boys out of the fucking bag. And I'm like, oh, fuck, let's concede. Fuck off.
Yeah.
I ain't got time for that shit.
Like, so there's some games where they come up and like, oh, this is going to be hard, but I'll do it. But if I'm like, I see the deck come up and like, there's no chance.
What are these decks then? What are you on about?
The Zarshan decks.
Which one's that? Have you shown it me?
I haven't got it. You wouldn't know unless you played online. It's basically got this intrepid sword ability where it's like, I think you look at the top 6
Is
cards
Zarshan
in
one
your
of
deck.
the
Dogs.
fucking legendary the sword and shield dogs?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you look at the top 6 cards of your deck. Any energies you find there, you get to put it straight on Zarshan, and the other cards you still get to keep. Something
What? So you just get the top 6 cards every turn?
And then I'm pretty sure they always end up with a fat hand. And then there's Bronzong, which lets you move any metal energies around any of your Pokemon as much as you like during your turn. So like because I did the one and managed to knock the fuck around. I was like, yes, got ya. And then he put this fucking V out, evolved it to the V Max. I'm like, I've got a turn at least. You got no energies on it. So then he just moved all the energies off his bench Pokemon straight to the active. Fuck me over. I'm like, nah, fuck you, man.
There's no fun in that.
Exactly, it's too fucking easy.
There's no
for them.
fun in that whatsoever. I would just concede that. I ain't giving you the satisfaction, mate.
Exactly. And there was another one, it was a fire deck, and straight away it was a Charmander. I'm like, yeah, okay, fine. And then he used rare candy straight to a Charizard. I've got a grass deck. I'm like, nah, fuck yeah, concede. Oh, well done. Like, well played, concede, fuck off.
I wouldn't even put well played for that Zarshan deck. I'd just be like, ooh, because you can type as well, can't you? I'd just be like,
I can't. You can't.
You can?
No,
you should be able to do a private, like an actual chat.
I've not seen that.
I'm sure you can. I'm sure
I think in tournaments you can. I don't know if normal play.
Because I'd just be like, ooh, you're hard. Ooh, that's an original deck, mate.
Can you imagine the sort of shit I'd say if I was able to? You know it's me, man. I'd rip a new one.
Ooh, you're hard dudes in that fucking deck.
That's what I've thought about, like me being me and my imagination and YouTube and everything. I'm like, oh man, I should do a fucking gaming channel. Because all the other ones are like, oh, put onto the active and we'll do this. And I'll be there fucking with a channel, but man, this dick's pissing me off. Like, fuck you, you dog. Eat shit in your metal fucking dog. I don't give a flying fuck.
Why a fucking steel type?
I don't know. Because he's got a sword.
I swear it's not a steel type on the games, you know.
Really?
Is it a steel type on the games?
Don't know. I think we're boring people now.
Yeah, should we call it?
Sorry, guys. So yeah, you know, we're getting through it. If you follow me fitness channel and stuff like that, I fell behind a bit because at the minute I'm trying to focus more on fixing my head through my counselling and stuff, and like been falling behind on work and everything else. Like I try and do all this as well as doing family and work and everything else. So I've been up with the podcast weekly, aren't we? We're still getting the podcast out. I did start doing the clips of the podcast. They've kind of gone for now. I fell off with the vlog, I think the last 2 weeks with the fitness stuff. But I'll get back to it soon, as soon as I can. At the minute, it's just like I'm getting to the evenings.
Bring your fucking camera out tomorrow.
And I'm just not got. I've recorded it. It's the evenings that are fucking me over because I'm completely out of that routine of like
getting in the studio and
being like, right, I'm trying to move forward with the channel and everything else. Right, this evening I need to get in and edit. At the minute, I'm just like end of the fucking day. Like I've just been thinking so much. I just need to wind down. And I'm like, and coming in here and leaving and the wife's been struggling more lately with other shit as well. I'm like, I don't want to fucking leave her and then come sitting here for 2 hours just like editing fucking videos, which is, some of it's fun, but it is again like,
it's a chore, isn't it?
I'm having to do it on my fucking evening. Like if it was my job and I was doing it in the middle of the fucking day, I'd be fine. I'd sit around clicking here, nice, gonna eat lunch and whatnot.
Well, that's the dream, innit?
But
hopefully one day.
That's it. But I've got to do that to be able to. If I don't do it, it ain't gonna fucking happen, is it? But like I say, at the minute, I'm just having to focus on myself a bit more. But at least I'm still doing the fucking podcast.
On another note,
you know what I mean,
Andy Serkis is reading the Lord of the Rings books.
I saw your post.
Oh mate, it's fucking stunning.
So pause that there. We're gonna go. Yeah.
Oh mate, it's beautiful.
Right, Ruff. Social thingy. Rate the podcast.
Yes,
you always say.
Yes, if you're listening on, I know how it works on Apple. I've not used Spotify or anything like that, but please leave a rating and 5-star preferably would be nice, and a little comment that helps with the algorithms.
Yeah.
And then same on YouTube, like and comment and just tell us what you think. Tell me how stupid my hair looks now.
That 60 shaved his fucking head. Yeah, with YouTube, I think liking the video is meant to be really good.
Yeah,
I think it helps it get suggested and that. I always prefer comments, like anything you're thinking. If you've been watching and you've been listening and whatnot, I'd just love for you to come and tell us what you think. Or like if there's something you want us to talk about, or maybe you've got an idea of a guest that you know that lives in the Midlands.
Yeah, that would like to be on.
That I could fucking get on, or something. That'd be fucking cool.
Yeah, that would be cool.
And anything like that, just any thoughts you've got. Even if you want to tell me I've got a big nose and he's got a shitty haircut. Like, it's cool, man. Just a bit of conversation, it'd be nice. But yeah, love you all. Hashtag share your shit.
Hashtag share your shit.
And what was it?
I don't think I'm called hashtag. Oh, by the way, at Daddy Jane Gaming on Instagram. That's me.
And you get Ryans.road Instagram and RyansRoad 22 on Facebook.
Jane, Jayne. I'm over 100 followers now, so thank you, everyone. I'll get that blue tick one day.
My tiny violin.
Oh, I'll get that blue tick one day, Ryan. That's my dream. I want to be an influencer so fucking bad.
Sounded like you just said influenza.
Influenza, ain't that a virus? The influenza
That's what
virus.
it sounded like you said.
Right, peace out anyway. Yeah, gotta go.
Right, love you all. Take care. Take it easy. Don't be afraid of the day. What are you doing?
I don't know.
Oh, it's scary enough that. Right, love you all.
Oh, peace. When they were shaving it, they did like the sides, and I had like the long bit on top coming down. I thought, oh, that was cool. I just get sick of it. I just get annoyed.
Last time we spoke about your hair, you were on about growing it.
I was gonna get a mullet, but then it was too much effort.
Can we get this closer? Can you put your leg either fully around it or through it? Yeah, do it like that. There you go. You're good there.
I'm slouching, younger.
You're right. You're falling off the chair.
Dick and balls, younger.
What are we on? 28?
28.
28. Okay, cool.
And I'm gonna put my leg.
Fuck your leg.